Bitcoin doing today? I haven't really checked the price, so I'm just going to share my screen, log in, react live. I have a feeling it's okay, it's kind of stabilized, but let's see. If you don't know who I am, I'm Marvinder. I've been making video updates since 2022. And yeah, we are in a bear market. And so I say the same thing I said in 2022. I said, look, guys, you need to have some kind of long-term plan. If you're going to buy Bitcoin and hope it's going to double in 1 month, then don't do it. But if you're going to buy Bitcoin now and hold it for a few years, then you're pretty much guaranteed to win. And I was saying the same thing at 20K. And I was saying the same thing at 2K. I was saying the same thing at like $300. And I'm saying the same thing now. Bitcoin, yeah, it's crashed. But you've effectively got a guaranteed discount because Bitcoin, if you understand the mathematics of it, it will always come back. It's just simple demand and supply. I mean, unless we have some crazy zombie apocalypse, which is possible, then yeah, everything might crash, cyber attack. But really, are you going to be worried about your Bitcoin? Because you probably can't pay for anything in store. You probably can't access your normal bank account. There's all sorts of problems that you're probably going to be worried about, like the whole logistics, distribution businesses, all those systems are going to be down. You're probably not going to be able to get food. So yeah, trust me, if that happens, you're not going to be worrying about your Bitcoin. But anyway, I'm going to share my screen and yeah, let's have a look to see what Bitcoin's doing. But yeah, if you're on Bitcoin, it's okay. It will come back. Let me share my screen. All right, so we've somewhat stabilized, which is good. There's a green candle. Not used to seeing those. So yeah, I'm definitely happy to see that. Just had a quick look at ETH. Yeah, another green candle. Something maybe good is happening today. Let's have a flick through the charts. I mean, like, this kind of pattern, we want to kind of hope it's a bottoming pattern. And so let's look at previous crashes and, we can see what happened. Like when it crashed, I said, look, we're probably going to stabilize something like this. So I do kind of anticipate sideways action like this. I don't know if we're going to get this drop off. If we do, I don't think it's going to be as severe. And so, yeah, like just be prepared for that. Bitcoin might tank a little bit more. And, we just don't know. But it's also possible that something like this is happening where it's crashed. Yeah, this is COVID. This was a bit more extreme. But it did come back after that. And so, yeah, all is not lost. All is not lost. These crashes do happen and history does rhyme. It doesn't always repeat itself. And so what I'm saying to people is, look, there's things that have happened in this cycle that have never happened before. And there's things that happened in the previous cycle that have never happened before. So it's not a case of, it happened here and it's going to happen again. No, we've never had like a 3-year, bull run if you want, a 3-year uptrend. And so it's difficult to say, look, just because it pulled back 75% last time, it's going to pull back 75% now. I don't think that's going to happen. And, for me, I'm just looking at the mathematics of it. Like this is my long-term chart, and I've mapped everything out. And so if you, look at this, you can look at all the different bull runs. So, in this bull run, we had a 10,000% increase, and then it dropped 86%. In this bull run, it was a 3,000% increase, and then it dropped 84%. In the 2021 run, it was only 744 increase, but it did drop 77%. And so here we've only had 100% increase. And, we've pretty much pulled back a lot. So, I'm struggling to run with that theory that we're going to drop 75% again. It's possible. But, just because it's happened before doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Like, because I could easily say, well, last time we had a 700% run. Why didn't that happen again? And so, the reality is no one knows. No one knows. And, I keep going on about strategies. You need to have a strategy. I've got mine, which I share with my private clients. You just buy low and sell high. That's pretty much it. And trust me, I don't want to swear. I was going to swear, but it works. And so, yeah, like Bitcoin will recover. It will recover. Right now, it's not really going to do much. And, I'm making these videos. I enjoy them. And, really, I just keep saying the same thing. It's, just chill out. And just chill out. I'm not here to give, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. This is what's going to happen today. I did do that for a while, but it's too tricky. It's too tricky doing that, and yeah, my thoughts are it's probably gonna range around here. Hopefully, find a bottom, and then start grinding up again. And to be clear, I do see all-time highs this year again. So that is my prediction, and I've made predictions before and I've been wrong. I've also made predictions before and I've been right. In 2024, not 2024, 2022 rather. Where's my chart? I've got so many charts, I kind of lose it. I don't know where it is now. Here we go. So when the price was over here, when Bitcoin was here, I'm just going to use the replay function. So when we were here, I was asked on a live stream, what is going to happen to Bitcoin? And I literally drew this, and I drew these lines, and I said, look, this is when I think Bitcoin's going to top out. And I wrote this date, 6th of October, 2025. I think at the time maybe I did the 29th of September, but then I changed it to the 6th of October. And look what happened. It was pretty much bang on. I thought, there's going to be a double bottom here. You could still call this a double bottom, but it followed it very accurately. And it did top out on the exact day that I called back in 2022. The only difference is it didn't go as high as I thought it was going to go. I thought we were probably going to see 160, 170, but that's okay. And so, yeah, I want to quickly run through the alt charts because I haven't for a while. So let's have a look at these because some of them did crash a lot. I mean, this is just classic trading analysis. It really is. Like, what's happened here is, like, in hindsight, it's just so obvious. A long-term trend line broke, and then prices crash. Dogecoin has been a disappointment, and it's the same level that it was back in 2022 and almost 2021. You see, some of these alts, I've tried to draw trend lines while I'm really clutching at straws, but they just keep going lower and lower. Like this one, nothing's holding, and I don't even know if this will hold, because really, if Bitcoin does drop more, then this is going to crash even further. Engine coin, this is a joke. I did speculate on a lot of alts this run, and it really backfired. Like, it didn't work out at all. And so yeah, this next run, I'm going to be very selective with what alts I pump money into. Yeah, they're just not looking good. Like, all these trend lines are broken. I mean, look, I've always said it for years now. It's really difficult to do trading analysis on alts because really, Bitcoin does rule the way. And even if an altcoin is bullish, if Bitcoin crashes, then it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's just going to pull the altcoin down with it. Let's see, they're turning into red candles. Actually, no, I'm on the weekly, that's why. Yeah, Tao's been a very big disappointment as well. I know this one guy, he's crazy about it, and he's gone all in, and man, I'm kind of feeling for him now because he's set up a hedge fund, and he's, pumped in millions into Tao, and it's just capitulated. Well, it's not capitulated, it's tanked. And he's in a unique position where he's, if he just waits, it will recover, and it will. But is it going to go to the levels he's talking about? Because even I was talking about them, like 3,000, 5,000. I really don't know. Zcash has pulled back. This has definitely been propped up. Virtuals. So yeah, really it's just chilling out, waiting. The markets will recover. Like, if you just understand mathematics, it's all good. It is all good. They will recover. And yeah, I just say to people, look, just watch someone like Alex Hormozy and start a business. Just really be bringing in more money, and then have that loop. Maybe I'll make a separate video on it, but you have that loop. You have your money machine, then you obviously use that to pay for your life, and then you don't overspend. That's very important. If you're making 10 grand, don't spend 11 grand, because it just doesn't make sense mathematically in any shape or form. And so you have your money machine bringing money in. You use that to pay for your life. The difference, you save and invest. And that's the difference. You don't just save it, you invest it in the right things. And then that money grows. And then hopefully you don't need it to pay for stuff, but you can use it to pay for stuff. But ideally, you want to just put it back in and let it compound even more. And then 10, 20 years later, you're good. And that's the thing that people don't like. People want that instant gratification. And so really, you need to, it's like anything. If you want to get healthy, if you want to put on muscle, if you want to lose weight, if you want to repair your relationships or whatever it might be, learn a language, it's easy. It's very simple. Well, it's not easy. It's simple. You just need to do the same thing every day, all the time. Maybe not all the time, but every day. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. If you like these kind of videos, I make them every day. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's update. Thank you.